Hey everybody, hashtag MAGA, hashtag CAG, keep America great. Oh, we're winning again. We are winning again. Now I'm going to keep this short and sweet because there's pretty much not a lot to say. Well, there's a lot to say, but I'm going to keep it very succinct here because everybody's out celebrating and I don't want to keep you for too long. So, if you have been under a rock and you don't know, the Kavanaugh hearings were today, and we have heard the testimony from Christine Blasey Ford and from Brett Kavanaugh. And I was watching it all day, from start to finish. I was watching it, I was writing notes down, and it was amazing. It was amazing. Well, the second half was amazing. The first half was a shit show. The first half was filled with inconsistencies, filled with I'm sorry, I don't recall, I don't remember. And the second half was filled with passion, like deep, burning, I'd say at this point, resentment to the Democrats because the Democrats have hung themselves out to dry. We are seeing the death of the Democratic Party right now. They are imploding. And I have a little story up here from the Washington Examiner which shows us just that. This is why the left lost in 2016. This is why the left will lose again in 2 months, month and a half, 40 days. And this is why they will lose in 2020. They don't know how to lose graciously because they are spoiled brats. They're 5-year-old children and they aren't getting their way. So we have someone on Capitol Hill just doxed Republican Senators Mike Lee, Orrin Hatch, and Lindsey Graham. Apparently, it's coming from a congressional computer. So it probably was a staffer, a Democratic staffer on the committee, like probably one of Feinstein's goons or something like that. Well, they need to be rooted out because I think we can trace that, and they need to be fired. Fired. Goodbye. Should I say you're fired? I know my Trump isn't too good, but this shows how unhinged the left is. I think we will see protests tomorrow. DC is going to probably be at a standstill, but it's for the better. If you need you need to like we need to get rid of this fever that is in this country. The country is ill. It has democratitis, okay? And we need to purge the system electorally. We need to electorally purge the Democrats from positions of power because if we continue to let them stay there, they're going to continue to do shit like this. But back to the hearing, it was amazing. I was watching it. I was pretty much going down the line of all the Democrat senators who were blatantly spouting just the same rhetoric over and over and over again, trying to get Kavanaugh to say something different, or they were praising how brave Blasey Ford is. Like Blumenthal, he's a disgrace. He pretty much says, yeah, she has evidence and corroborating witnesses. Which corroborating witnesses? You mean the ones that all said that nothing happened? Hello? This is nuts. Spartacus, he pretty much was an asshole. And Kamala Harris, she was an idiot. Her questioning went nowhere. And he slam dunked it. If there was any line that created Justice Kavanaugh, his Clarence Thomas moment was when he said, "You have sowed the wind," and I'm thinking he was talking to the Democrats. He said, "You have sowed the wind, and I fear the country will reap the whirlwind." And I think that's more telling than what he was leading on, because this is just a start right here. The doxing and because they released private addresses and private phone numbers of these Republicans out of what? Spite? Hatred? Going against their ideals? No, I'm sorry. We are America. This is not the USSR. This is not Venezuela. We don't have kangaroo courts. We don't go by guilty until proven innocent. We go by the standard of the the justice system and the rule of law. I'm sorry that that upsets the Democrats, but that's how it is. It's a pivotal moment that's coming up. The Democrats thought that trying to stop Kavanaugh would bolster their support because, oh, how wonderful it is that they're standing up against the evil tyrants that Trump is trying to put in. Because remember, this is a two-dimensional argument. Trump is bad, Trump is Hitler, racist, and anything that he does, anybody who is connected to him is the same. It's a two-dimensional argument, and it is running very, very thin. People were disgusted today by what we saw that was happening against Brett Kavanaugh, especially Durbin. Senator Durbin was really trying to get him so hard with that FBI investigation thing. And I'm just thinking in my head, this is not how it works. You don't say, hey, why don't you let me search you if you got nothing to hide? Well, that creates the air of guilt. So that's the assumption of guilt. So again, guilty until proven innocent. You have to prove yourself innocent. No, that's not how it works. The accuser has to do that. And she did a very shitty job at doing it. She tried to make it seem like she was, emotional and to cry. She didn't even cry. She was quivering and, the stuttering voice. But Kavanaugh, you could see he was getting choked up. That was real. You could see it in his eyes. You could see his eyes turning red and welling up. He didn't actually cry, but it was there. But these crazy lefty loonies, they don't take no for an answer. You should have seen Alyssa Milano in there. She had a coordinated plan that she was trying to disrupt this thing, but there was a lot of protection in that room. And they foiled her plans. I was keeping tabs on her while the rest of us, while everybody else was keeping everything in order. So I'm glad that the Capitol Police did their jobs today, kept the protesters in line, and didn't allow any sideshow to unravel in the hearings, which was very good. I commend them for that. But if this is the reaction after the hearings, that they're going to start willy-nilly doxing Republicans left, right, and center because they're going to vote yes, and the vote's tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. Actually, it is tomorrow. So it's by the time while I'm recording this, it is now the 28th. It's now Friday. So in just about 9 hours, he's going to get voted, and there's already a Senate vote scheduled for the day after. So that means we have the votes. It's done. It's over. Justice Kavanaugh has been confirmed. Why would Mitch McConnell set up the floor vote if he knew that the committee didn't have enough votes to get out of committee? So we already know all the Republicans are on board, and I've actually been hearing rumors from some Twitter friends online that some Democrats have been jumping ship too. But I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch, and we'll just see what happens tomorrow morning. So I'm going to wrap this up here because I know everybody wants to go and maybe grab a glass of champagne or maybe go throw their MAGA hat in the air in success. But let's stay the course. Let's keep our pedal to the metal. And let's make sure that these crazy unhinged lefties who are they have plans. They have plans for disruptions tomorrow too. And probably since they know that there's going to be votes on Saturday, they're going to be disrupting those too. So we need to stay the course, we need to keep the hammer down, and we got to keep on winning. So on that note, guys, it's a good night to be a patriot. Make America great again, everybody. This is Swamp Cleaner. I'll see you later.